Hi, everyone, and welcome. This is the Human Colony Hucolo webinar. It is Saturday, the 15th of July, 2023. And we have today with us our special guest, our beautiful Jim Charles. How are you doing, Jim?
I'm doing well.
Okay.
My computer died, but I'm doing well.
Oh, that's perfect. I just want to make sure that this is correct. Okay.
Yes.
That it's on the right channel and everything here. Yes.
Yes,
okay.
I'm using my laptop today, so I can't see the screen as well.
Okay. Well, by next time it'll be fixed. But nice.
It'll be fixed, yes.
So we have a bunch of people in the room coming in. Now we have 17 in the room. So who's in your room today?
I have Angie, Safira, and Blair.
Oh, you're surrounded by the ladies today.
Yes.
Okay.
And Blair is not a lady.
Oh, Blair, lady? No?
Blair is not a lady.
I'm so sorry, Blair.
I'm flexible. It's okay. I'm human.
Humans, yes. I'm surrounded by humans.
The ginger fluid here on Hucolo. It doesn't matter. Okay, in our room we've got now 18 people, I think. Yeah. We have myself, Yana, Jennifer, Jim, that's you, Barbara, Bridget, Bola, Catherine, Christine, Elga, Joan, Lilypad, Monica, Ryan, Celeste, Stephanie, Susan, and Will. So welcome everyone. And in the YouTube, hi to everyone there. We're gonna let Angie start with some announcements and then we'll do some blessings if we can.
Hi everybody, thank you. We have the gathering scheduled August 8th through the 12th, 2024 next year. A lot of stuff, gathering, oneness, couple classes. If you're interested, email classes@hucolo.org. We're going to be doing a payment plan because it is so far out for those that are traveling far away. If you want to do that, even if you're close by, you can do the payment plan too. Excuse me, classes@hucolo.org. It is $6.95, and if you have any questions, please email me.
Also, I talked to Rob Gauthier, and he may come as well. And Karen Newman may be there as well.
I'm definitely going to be there.
Karen Newman's coming, and I discussed it with Rob Gauthier, and he was very interested in coming. So hopefully that will happen, but I can't guarantee that yet.
Yeah, that's great. That would be so cool. Okay. All right. So I'm looking forward. I mean, the time's already flying. So it's like next week already. We're going to have this.
I am.
Yes. All right. Thanks to everybody. I'll talk to you later.
Okay. So we will do some blessings. We'll start with, we'll go Yana, Jennifer, Elga, and Angie. And then whomever wants to do blessings, you can say we'll do them at the end. Did Barbara want to do a blessing or not? No. Barbara's going to do. Did you want to do one too, Barbara? Did I miss you? I'm sorry.
Yes, I'll do one.
Okay, we're going to do 5 blessings.
I don't know if Elga will.
Jennifer, Elga, Angie, and then Barbara. Okay, and then Jim will do the. So I will call
interpretations.
Thank you.
I will do the interpretation.
Thank you. That's an easy word, but I forgot it for a moment. Okay, we'll start with Yana. Go ahead.
Okay. Teranaste kortoni ka hitana kai tekete o tortoni ko I tuku uite hante na katate eret hanto yo kort ne ka tata kete onto ort hante aka ast hacheke I hante to korto est hanta taito oma aka hante ante aka tart host hanta aka tortono ko I aka hante tost hanto tortono korta nakatai.
Life is short, and there is many things to do. Be aware that it is not a waste of time to spend time with God. Remember also that there are many things to do, and you must pick up and do the things that you know that you must. It is a time for missions to begin or to change. Some missions will change. And it is time for those that have understanding of the light and understanding of those beyond this realm to share and bring forth the light from within and show the world.
Wonderful. Okay, Yana, go ahead. Or was it just Yana? Sorry, Jennifer.
Shinakata honakiwate, shinoto honakinatehe, vichana konati, chakana hatana kahina wahanati, shonate konahiwate manake.
The sun is sending out great rays and great balls of energy. It will affect the earth and will affect human beings. But be aware that it is not a negative effect if you are thinking in positive ways. So keep your thoughts in a positive intention and you will be fine.
Okay, perfect. Elga, are you there?
I think she is.
You don't think so? Helga? Okay, Barbara, you can go in her place and then we'll do Ange. Okay, go ahead.
So you want me to go now?
Yes, please.
Sitete hana toko shiato, bikini ana kiata, kotore hana ni kisiato, kapa hana, kishia hodora, kimi hana hakia, kona hata hikisio, kasha hana hatiki, kipi shia sonuki, takana hiata hata kisi, shioto harati, kimana. Namaste.
When it comes to the problems of life, remember that God is more important. Leave some of those stresses and angers and negativities behind. Let them flow out. Let them leave you, or let them become just unnecessary. The thing is, whenever you're dealing with somebody that is negative, remember it is they that are negative and not you. It is they that have the problem and not you. You must shine your light and be as positive as possible.
Doro o tukura sanania te ka a tarasiki muro tuku a chichikata no orata piara te kanu ari kichinia te ko o muhura tiania te ka a uchikania pitiki noro tuku.
Many of you are reaching into other dimensions and other thought processes. It's very fun for you, but it is also very meaningful. Remember to ground yourself so you can bring the proper meanings back into this realm and teach others what you learned from it. For these times are very important, for the ascension is upon you.
Thank you. Perfect. All right. So why don't we take some requests? Let's take some requests. We have Elijah Nostradamus first, and let's see. Archangel Raphael, the Seraphim aspect called Agatha, that is the aspect of Ryan, and then Sally the Sasquatch. That's cute. That sounds like a children's book. And that's it.
Grindel, please.
Grindel
From
Saphira.
Saphira. Okay. Anyone else? And
I think Brian had a Seraphim.
Yeah, the Agatha.
All right.
Aspect. Let me just check in the YouTube if there's any requests there. One moment. Let me just see. If everyone in YouTube, while I'm trying to get to YouTube, if you haven't typed in a request yet, please type it in and then I can read it as if it's new.
This is the least amount of requests I've ever seen.
I know.
I know there's only like 5 or 6, and usually there's like 12
here. Everyone is supremely satisfied with their lives at the moment, so that's a very good.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Wait a minute here.
Or there's somebody new waiting.
There may be someone new waiting to come in. That's what someone.
That's true. That's very true.
What's
Will
this?
doesn't have a request? I know.
I know there's only like.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Archangel Michael from Billy Anna in the chat. Wow. Christy, I'm going to try. There's a girl named Christy who requested a very difficult name. Renturus, Vela, and Taurus.
Christy Clark.
Do you know who that is? Jess requests.
Renturus. I know who Renturus is.
Okay. Well, there's Renturus, Vela. It's one name. Renturus, Vela, on Taurus.
On Taurus.
Yeah. And then there's Yeshua, Merlin, and the Yael.
Okay.
Okay. And Matia, the mermaid.
Matia.
Mate, how do you say it, Susan? Matea or Mataya?
It's Matea.
Matea the mermaid and Sally the Sasquatch. I tell you, it sounds like a children's book.
Well, I've channeled both of them. So.
No, I'm just saying with the alliteration. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, lots of rhyming.
Yeah, Matea the mermaid, Sally the Sasquatch, Yanni the Yael, all with the same name of their origin. Okay. All right, that's our new children's book project we have to do, Susan. Okay. Whenever you're ready, Jim, we will be happy to welcome whomever you're bringing, and thank you for being here. We love your shirt. We love you.
Thank you.
And we'll
Thank
see
you.
you in a few moments, I guess, on the other side there.
Okay, one moment. Greetings, I am Elijah. Hello, and I want to talk to you today about how to become more fruitful, how to bring yourself into a greater light, how to bring things into the greatest understanding with yourself. Many of you are working for different reasons. If you are working for the spirit, if you are working to create a greater world, if you are working to reach out and help others, if you are working with love and kindness, then you will be growing faster. If you're there to help yourself and get more money or whatever, then that will be squelched in some ways, because God is only looking for those that are able and willing to do his will. If you do the other, yes, you may become wealthy or whatever, but you will not be in God's highest understanding. You will be in your own understanding, and that is something that you will have to deal with later. But he loves everyone. Remember that. Even if you are not doing what he wants you to do, he still loves you. He still wants you to be what he wants you to be. And so in this way, it is a perfect time for you to do a self-evaluation to see what kind of things that you are doing and for whom. Are you doing it for others, or are you doing it for yourself? Are you doing it for the good of God, for the good of the world, for the good of the universe, or for yourself? It is very important that you look away from yourself so that you can see the needs of the world and what needs to be done at this time. Remember, whenever a prophet or whenever a deity has come to the earth, they are always in favor of helping the poor, helping the sick, helping those that are needing anything. Healing, loving, compassion, forgiveness. These are all things that must be part of you as well. I know it's a repeat over and over again, but the mother of learning is repetition. So I speak over and over again some of the same things because they are the important things. They are the things that need to happen. They are the things that are absolutely necessary. The light must shine. The light must be with you. The light must show from you. And people must recognize it. If you are showing your sad, depressed side, if you are showing your angry side, if you are showing any side other than the light, beautiful, loving side, they're not going to pick up on any of God's good gifts, any gifts of you that are spiritual, and you want to be able to help others. So always find a way to make others happy. I know I've seen and heard many of you say hello and compliment people and do many things that are very positive. And this is a bright light because it helps others. And they may be drawn to you for one reason or another, but they will not be drawn to depression. They will not be drawn to anger. They will not be drawn to those people that are unfair and unkind. Kindness is something that is less available in this realm than it used to be. And I want you all to be kind, loving, beautiful. Listen to your voice. Sometimes people say hello, but they say hello. Or they say something that is not quite in the right frame of emotion for other people to pick up on the goodness of it. So it is that way. You must understand it for what it is. I love you all. Take care and pray diligently for the will of God to be done. I believe another one is entering. Hello?
Hi. How are you? Hi.
Good, how are you?
Good, good, good. Can I see?
Your name is?
Bobby.
Bobby?
Yes.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you so much. It's nice to-
All right. Whenever
It's
you're
not a
ready.
touch screen.
His thing is fine, Ange.
He left, so. All right, here we go.
Okay. All right. Thank you for the beautiful message to Elijah, by the way. Okay.
All right, let's see who else comes. We got a new person here, Bobby, and we welcome her.
Thank you so much. Thank
You're
you.
welcome. All right, let's see who's coming in next.
Wonderful.
Pin you.
Hmm?
I want to pin you.
Very well. Did you want some water?
No, I don't have to.
Okay, great. All right. Very good. Sorry about that. That's good. Let's see who comes next. Greetings. I am Michael. There is someone that has requested me.
Yes, the person that requested you is in the YouTube chat, but we also have a request for, and I'll give them a moment to type their question, but we also have a request for another Archangel, Raphael.
Raphael, yes, he is with me.
Perfect. So, Monica, if you have a question for Archangel Raphael, Michael can convey it and answer it for you. Monica, if you can unmute yourself.
Hi, yes, I'm here.
Go ahead.
Okay,
Greetings.
thanks. Hi. I was just wondering if you could give a healing blessing just for everyone that is in
Yes.
need of healing at the moment. That would be
Right
great.
now, healing is very, very necessary for the world. Healing and uplifting. And so, yes, I will give a blessing. Raphael will also be in the background giving a blessing as well. But healing is very important. We want to see many people change and learn that the body is able to be healed, and that they have new needs, they have new missions, because worrying about the body takes so much time, especially if there's a lot of pain, especially if there's a lot of anxiety and fear. Healing is necessary at this time, and I will do a blessing for healing. I will do a blessing for all those things that are needed in the world today. One moment. Tiriata shosu Adonai kare andabasandu. Wuriata. Nananiata shoshuria vadi. Adonai kawatia. Yeshua shon jivriatati. Anvuko Yatatiamana Junjiatea Carda Varun Paracletos Vashan Ikevriend it was riendato Woshunji Atato Yindokodi. In the name of God, we send healing energy out to all the people for healing of the body, for healing of fear, for healing of anxiety, for healing of aches and pains, for healing of all things. It is time for those to heal now, for to be lifted up by God, to be lifted up by the spirits that are there to help. Let them in so that they can help you to heal and help you with all your needs. God is with you now. God is here now. God wants you to know that He is understanding of all that happens in the earthly plane, and He wants you to know that He is here to help. He is not far away, and He is here for you. He is touching you now. Feel the energy of God within you. Feel the energy of God within you, removing fears, removing pain, removing all that is not needed, removing doubts and fears, removing anxieties, healing the heart from pains of relationships, for pains of caring that never seem to work out for you. But God is there to help you to do these things. God is there to be a part of who you are. God is there to lift you up, to make you whole, and to bring you into a greater beingness than you have ever been before. It is time for healing on the planet. Miracles will return to this planet. Miracles of faith, and miracles of love, and miracles of understanding. Miracles of forgiveness. Where you didn't think forgiveness was possible, forgiveness will happen. You are in a place of change in this world today. Many things are going to happen. Things that are going to change will create a new world, create a new life, create a new understanding. Open up to it and feel the Spirit of God within you. It is time. The energy has gone out.
Okay. All right.
There are some of you that have felt it strongly. Take it into you. Take it into you so that you may heal, so that the healing energy is part of you. You say, well, I wasn't healed immediately, but God is working with you. God is working with you. There are reasons for everything, and God knows every reason. So you must understand God's will be done. What that will is, only he knows and you know. You understand God in a way that only you understand God. God means something different to everyone. Source, creator. He means something to everyone, but we're all different. And so he means something a little different to everyone. But he is willing and able to help you. Bring that into you. Know that he is with you. Know that he is the creator, the spirit, God, the Father. Is there any other questions?
Well, yes, because the person that requested you is in YouTube and they've typed their questions. So I would like to read that now, if possible. The
Yes.
question's from Billiana. She says, can you tell me more about my magic energy? I have noticed that things I've been manifesting things very quickly in the last days. Is there some message for her, for you?
Yes. Many people have been noticing that their magic or their spirit or their energies are changing. God is blessing the world with his energy. Magic comes from God. The white, beautiful changes that are coming forth are from God. And yes, the ability to manifest, because it is time that humans are manifesting, are showing the signs that they are bringing God into their center, bringing God into their understanding, and making him part of everyday life. Manifestation is easy when you understand that it is possible, and that it is good, and that it is there, and that is blessed by God to manifest. Now, he's not going to give you things that are going to turn you into a negative person. He's not going to give you things that are going to overwhelm you, but he will give you the needs of your heart and of your life. He will give you those things that are definitely needed for you and definitely part of your will with him. His will be done. Be part of that. And yes, your magic is increasing. That is the power of God, the power of source, the power of creator. Where does the creative power come from? God. So what you are experiencing is creative power from God, from source, from creator.
Thank you. That's beautiful. Thank you very much. Let me just make sure there's not other questions. Yes, there's another question that says, from Solaris, says, I've been having negative dreams and I can't see the energy in my astral form, but I get claustrophobic feelings and beings trying to scare me. They're blocking my contacts. How do I bypass them?
You bypass them with prayer and with meditation. Prayer and meditation can build up a great wall of protection around you, if that is your intention. God does not want anyone to suffer. He really wants people to rise. He really wants people to understand him. He really wants you to know him. So with prayer and devotion, you will know him. The reason why you have these negative beings around you is because they want to stop you from praising God. They want to stop you from giving God what he needs from you. You must understand that he is going to try to block these negative entities from you as well. But you must believe and have faith that he can do this for you. Remember, he is almighty, and then darkness bows to him because he is God of all gods, and they cannot help it. They must bow. When the light comes, the darkness goes away, does it not? So bring the light in so the darkness cannot be a part. I know that there are many out there that suffer with negativities and things coming in. But you don't have to let them in. You don't have to let them in. I know they force themselves sometimes, but you don't have to let them in. You can reject them through the power of God, through the power of the source, creator. You can reject all negativity. You have that energy. Just believe and have faith that you do, because that is where all the good things come from, is with your faith and with your understanding of how God works. I know I'm being a little preachy today, but it is that today there are many changes, many things coming, many powers that will be released on your world, many things that you must combat, and you must do it with God at your side or within you. However you see it, He is fighting with you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I think that message resonates with a lot of people. Okay, Barbara has a question.
Hi, Michael. This is Barbara. How are you doing?
I am well.
Now, I have a question for you. Lately, some of my friends are very negative, and I have been pushing them away, trying to get them away because for years, I'm tired of this negativity from them, which brings me totally down. So, am I doing the right thing by pushing them away, tell them to go away? Or is there another way I should be doing this so I don't bring stuff on me?
You should not really be affected by negative people. If you are living in the positive light, if you are living with God in your soul, and with all the things that are good around you, these negative people should not bother you. You should be able to listen to them and say, okay, they're very negative, but I am not. And you show them your positivity. You are there to be the light. You are not there to push them away because they're negative. You are there to shine your light so they become more positive. It is not that they are so negative they cannot be helped. And it's not that they are so negative that you cannot help them. I know that it is difficult for people to be around negative people. However, that is part of your mission, is to bring the light to the negativity. Bring the light to the negative people. Bring the light and show them love. Forgive them, understand them, and say to them, I cannot be bothered. Well, I wouldn't say it to them, but say it to yourself. I cannot be bothered by this negativity. It is too petty to be something that engrosses me. I will show them the light. I will give them source. I will give them love. I will give them forgiveness. I will give them another chance. Does not the Bible say, forgive them 49 times 49 or something of that nature? It is something that everyone should understand, is you should always forgive. No matter what the sin. Forgiveness. Forgiveness. That is the only way we become one with one another. That is the only way that we can be truly a community, truly a family. For if there are several in the community that we don't like and we push them away, how are you going to share your light with them? How are they going to see the light? How are they going to be knowing that you forgave them? How are they going to be helped? You're pushing them away, they're going to be negative about that. And you're going to feel that response as well. Negativity will come back because that is the way it works. If you do something negative, it comes back. You do not want to be part of that. And some people say, well, I'm not being negative. I just don't like them, or I just don't want to be around them. Too bad. You must be blessed. You must bless them. You must shine love on them. You must say, yes, I forgive. You must say, yes, you are part of the oneness with me. Yes, you're part of God. And yes, I cannot push you away because I love you. I care
thank you.
about you.
Well, I have another question too, because I figured I was pushing them away because I'm dealing with anger within myself that I'm trying to resolve to let it go and get rid of it. So that's
Anger is.
why,
Mhm.
go ahead. Is there anything, I've been trying to work through that. And it just seems to always come up at the wrong moment.
The reason why you are angry is because you see things in them that are also part of yourself.
That's what I
That
thought.
is why you get angry. You're seeing them as a mirror of yourself. Some of the things within them are also within you. When you get angry at people, look at yourself and say, why am I angry? It is because they're not doing what you want them to do. They're not doing the things you like. They're not doing what you think is the best thing to do. So you are getting angry because they're not like you. And they're not supposed to be like you. They're
Really?
supposed to be like them.
Because I just thought it's just because of their negativity.
Yes.
Okay, well, it's
Your
something I need to
negativity
work on
makes you
now.
your negativity makes you their negativity makes you mad because you want to be positive.
Yes.
So you be positive and let their negativity go because it should not affect you. Your love, your love, your love should be overpowering over that kind of negativity, over that kind of unforgiveness. You must forgive them for the way they are.
Okay.
And just look at them and say, I need to love them for who they are. And they will see your positivity, your love. They're not seeing that if you get angry. They're seeing that in your face. They're seeing that in your being that you're getting angry. You may not be saying anything, but they're seeing it. They're feeling it. They're knowing it. And so as you are sending out that sensation to them, they're not going to change. They're going to still be negative because you are being negative as well. Now, I'm not just saying this to you. You are a wonderful person. I am not saying that you're a bad person. I am not saying you're unloving. I'm not saying any of that. I'm just showing you that Earth is a place where people do not understand how to love one another, how to connect with one another, how to forgive one another. It's all separation, separation, separation. You must come together
Yes.
as a community of love, of oneness, of understanding. How else is the world going to be saved if you can't even look at your friends in a good way? How are you going to help the world? If you can't even look at your family in a good way, how is the world going to be helped? If you can't look at the sins of others and forgive them, how is the world going to be helped? You must be the light. You must bring God in and work with him to show the light to the world. It is not that it's going to show itself. You are the tools that God are using to show the world the needs of the world.
Thank you so much. Much love.
You're welcome.
I have a question when you pass it.
There's a
Okay,
question in the room.
Sure, go right.
You must come to the front.
Okay. Oh boy. Can you hear me well enough?
Perfectly, perfectly.
Thank you. Archangel Michael, thank you very much. Your messages are very powerful. I have a question in connection to the last messages. Okay, how do I put this? People in the third dimension are living from their first three chakras up to the
Yes.
to the solar.
Mhm.
And the higher chakras from the heart up are the, what I would consider, what you're describing is Christ consciousness and being able to live in that and feel that. So, but I was told that this, by somebody higher spiritual than myself, that this block between the lower and the higher is meant to be there because we have to live in the third dimension. So my question is, some people do live in the higher chakras already, and it's obvious if you're around them, you can feel that. But is there a way to is it true that we need to have that blockage there to live in this world? Is there
No.
is there a way to remove it? That's my first question.
If somebody told you there was a blockage between the lower chakras and the higher chakras, they are keeping you down. They are saying you are limited. Humans are not limited. Humans with faith can do anything. Faith can move a mountain. Faith can change the world. Faith is something of a greater energy than you can possibly imagine. People in the Bible are healed through faith just by touching the hem of the garment of Jesus. That's faith. And what it did is sent them into the higher chakras. It sent them into a higher realm of understanding, because when healing happens in this way, that is a higher realm of understanding. Do you not agree? Healing is available to everyone. Knowledge of God and his wisdom, mercies, and understandings are available to everyone. But they limit themselves because A, they're too busy and they don't have time for God. B, they spend very little time with God. C, they think that spending time with God can be a waste of time sometimes, and it's never a waste of time, but it moves you into the higher chakras. When you are constantly in prayer and meditation, you are moving up. Do you think you just stay in one place and there's a ceiling on it? No. God's love, mercy, and kindness and spirit moves you up, up, up. And many people on this planet don't believe that that can happen. But it can, and it will. You must have the understanding that all things are possible, and that he gave humans that ability to be all things to all people. He gave you the ability to be the greatest person in the world, if you so choose. And I see that you have already been told that you are one of these great people. So you must understand that there is a reason why people are trying to tell you that there's boundaries. People are trying to tell you you can't do this. People are trying to say you can't have that. But you can, because God is not limited, and he doesn't limit people. He doesn't limit people. These people that are on the higher echelons and in higher realms, they came from Earth 2. They came from third dimension, from third density, but they worked their way up into something else because it is possible. The power of God is unlimited. And why should he limit you? He will not. He will not limit you. You can go as high as you want to go, and he will not stop you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I have a second question.
Yes.
Which has to do with the element and nutrient of salt on the earth, earth salt. Because apparently the Buddhists had a salt called spiritual salt, and it was from a very rare source, very expensive. There were wars fought over it, but the idea of this salt is if you wear it on you, it just brings incredible light, energy, fortune, everything. So do you know what this spiritual salt is, what they're referring to?
Well, it is because of their faith that the salt works. It is not that the salt has any or spiritual quality within it. Of course, it has. Everything in the world has consciousness, not sentience, but consciousness. But this salt is, they have faith in it, and so it works for them. God is part of that. God says we are the salt of the earth. He says that in the Bible. The salt of the earth means that you are the flavor. You add flavor to the earth. You add something better to it. When you add salt to certain things, it makes it brilliant. It makes it stand out, right? So this salt that they're talking about, they felt made everything stand out because they believed in it. They believed what the people and the doctrine said about it. So it was able to work for them. But you have to have faith for things to happen.
Do you know the? Thank you so much. Do you know the name of the salt?
Oh, I do not know. It's just,
Okay.
it's a Himalayan salt, I think.
Yeah, it's Himalayan sea salt
Himalayan sea salt, yes.
from the Himalayas.
Some people are selling it now in pouches, and I was just wondering, salt in itself has power.
So you know, the Jewish people also call it Jewish salt.
Yes.
But it's the same salt.
Yes, it's the power of the salt is only for flavor. And well, sometimes they add things to it, but the thing is, to be the salt of the earth is to add flavor to the earth, add something more to it, something better.
All right. Thank you, Archangel Michael.
You're welcome.
Okay, just one moment. I just want to check YouTube real quick. Get back to the thing here. 1 second. There's a question from Diane, and she said, this was for Archangel Raphael, though I think she thought you were Raphael. But you can
It's all right. He is here.
Perfect. She said, I'd like you to address some changes in her life. Things are rough at the moment and having anxiety. Will it get better?
Yes.
Yeah. Much
everyone goes through these times. You are not alone. There are many people going through anguish, anxiety, fear, troubles, with their families, with their friends, with their work, with whatever, their taxes. The thing is, these things are here to be overcome. When I say overcome, I mean that you are put on this earth to overcome it. You are not here to succumb to it, but you are here to say, yes, I'm going to pray about that. I'm going to overcome these fears and anxieties. I'm going to overcome these troubles because God is with me and God knows how to help me through all these things. Source, creator, whatever you want to call them. I know that some people have a problem with the word God or Father, but I don't know why you should. It just doesn't make sense to me. But if you do, source, creator, whatever you want to call him, he answers to many things. Deal with him because he will make things whole in your life. He will get you through these things. He will show you how to overcome. I am talking about overcoming depression, overcoming anger, overcoming self-confidence. Some people have very low self-confidence and they feel that they cannot do anything. They feel like people are always putting them down. But you can overcome that and become something different. You have many things within you that are able to come out, many parts of your personality that you're maybe not showing, many gifts within you that are not yet activated. But if you talk to God and ask him, what is it that you want him, that he wants you to do, he's going to eventually give you opportunities. Opportunities will open up for you, and you'll be able to step into these opportunities, and you will see a brighter light in these opportunities. And you will see that he is working with you, manifesting with you, helping you, curing you, feeling you. He is going to make sure that you learn your lessons, of course. You can't go through this life without learning lessons. And many of these things that you're talking about, these angers and anxieties and problems and things, these are lessons to be learned and how to overcome them, how to be a better person, how to overcome this third density negativity with God-powered positivity.
Thank you. Thank you very much. There's a question from Leela Abidos, a friend that we know. She says, Archangel Michael, are the world leaders ready for healing from her? What do you think? Blessings from dragons.
Yes, I say everyone's ready for healing when they accept it, when they are able to accept it. You must believe that it can happen. You must believe in it. The minds of the leaders of the world are based on how much power they can get, how much prosperity they can get. And down the line, they worry about their people as well. But it should be their first thought, not their third or fourth. God should be their first thought, and then the people that they are guiding and directing should be their second thought. But it's not always like that. If they do not put God first, they will not be healed. They will stay the way they are until they understand what the change is needed, what change is needed. And I believe some of them will come into an understanding of what is needed and what is out there. But it is a slow process with leadership. Those that want to be leaders usually are egocentric. Not all of them, but they want that power. They want that attention. They want that glory. And so that is what they're based on at some point, is like, I'm important. But God is most important. And I pray for them every day. The leaders of this world will come to terms with what is really going on in this world and not be so myopic or narrow-minded. They need to open up and see what is there. They're only looking at their own small world, and they need to look at the entire world in a different way, with a brighter light.
Sorry, I'm just checking to make sure there's some other, there's one more, we'll take one more question and then we'll, because we don't have any more questions in the main chat. So let me just take this one question. Eddie says, my mother has been getting migraines for almost 30 years. My idea that this could be my intuition says that it's from a lack of connecting to her spiritual gifts, but I'm unsure.
No, not necessarily. Let me tell you something. There are some aches and pains and things that are given to people as a lesson. God wants them to learn how other people are feeling, how other people are in pain, how other people are knowing what the world is, what's going on with the body. It is a fragile body that has been given to you. Now, yes, it can be removed at some point with spiritual healing, but sometimes it is meant to be there. Sometimes it is meant to show what you can overcome. I know people that are very much in pain, overwhelmed by pain, but they still look to God for their guidance because they have overcome the pain to the extent that they are not blaming God, they are not blaming the earth, they are not blaming anything. They are just knowing that God will someday take care of it and someday be a part of that transformation. They will be out of pain at some point. But right now, having the faith to overcome these migraines, having the faith to know that it will be dealt with, and that it is something that God has given you as a thorn in the flesh, as we would call it. Many of the disciples had things that happened to them that were not good, very, very painful, but they overcame the flesh. They overcame these negativities. They overcame the problems. They still may have had them, but they overcame them. They loved God with all their heart. And at some point, these things will go away. Tell her to have faith. God loves her very much. There's a reason for these migraines. Sometimes these migraines take her away from spirituality, from positivity and things of that nature. And this is what she needs to overcome. She needs to understand that even though there are very difficult pains, and sometimes even to the point of not being able to function, God can still be there to overcome it.
Thank you. Thank you for that. This is the last question. It's from Monica inside the YouTube room. So, excuse me, inside Zoom. So go ahead, Monica.
Oh, okay. Hi, thank you so much. I just had one last question, or I felt that there was a message for me from Archangel Raphael, or it could also be from you, Archangel Michael. Is there a message for me? Would you be able to tell me?
There's a message for everyone, and you are part of that message.
Okay.
That message is that you are coming forth. There are changes coming in your life and in many other lives as well. You are starting to understand the beauty of God, the beauty of faith, the beauty of the things that are changing you. Have faith. You are going to be the person that you want to be, and greater. Remember that God sees you in a different way than you see yourself, and that you are successful in a way that you do not see, but you will be greater successful in the future. And many of you, I'm talking to many of you, this group is chosen. Many of them are chosen to do greater things. Keep that in mind, that this group is chosen for higher things. Overcome those negativities so those higher things can be a part of you. Is there a question?
Is there a question in your room?
Yes, there was a question on YouTube that was missed. It's from Salim Amesh. I've been trying to manifest going to the U.S. How close am I to achieving that?
One moment. That's Salesh, right?
No, it's Salam Amesh.
Salam Amesh. You are dealing with it, yes. It seems like there's undue expenses at times, but keep the faith. Yes, you will make it. Put away, save, and you will absolutely make it. I have no doubt. It is all about faith and keeping the faith and knowing that it will happen. Know that it will happen. Keep that in your heart. It's going to happen. You know that it will.
Okay, perfect. Then there's a question now for Bridget, please.
Hello. I have a question. I have a sensation in my sacrum almost all the time. And it feels like a lot of energy that wants to rise up in my body. I'm trying to connect with it, but can
Yes.
you tell me something about it?
Yes. It's there to remind you that God is there. It is there to
Mhm.
remind you that you must pray every day about the things that are happening in your life. It is there to give you that strength and energy that you need. And it is also going to expand. It will bring you things and understandings and thought processes that are in higher realms.
Yes, that is the feeling that I have.
Yes.
I want to add something about praying because, well, I don't know if I'm a bit arrogant if I say it, but I think that I've surmounted praying, that I am with God and that I'm talking to Him and letting Him guide me or walk together.
Good.
And that is my way uh, of of being with Him. That
Yeah.
praying did not feel good anymore because I'm just asking, and I was always visualizing the relationship between a child and the father, and that the father doesn't want to be asked all the time about things. But
Well, but
what
the
does
Father is, well, go ahead.
what does a father enjoy most? That is when the child walks along with him. I don't know, I'm vegetarian, but go fishing or mend the roof or uh, read a book. That is what brings joy to the father.
The Father has joy in you in many different ways. And yes, your idea about praying and asking, well, you don't have to do that. You can
Mhm.
pray and thank and praise Him and do all kinds of things without asking Him. But
Yeah.
being with Him is the greatest of all these things. If you praise God, and just like anyone loves to be complimented, so does the Father, but He loves you for who you are, and He knows that everyone has a different personality. So He sees His children for how they are and what they do and how they interact with one another. And He loves you very much for your understanding and your maturity in the faith and the spirituality. So He enjoys that with you. So
Thank
yes,
thank you.
you're welcome. And let that energy continue to rise, because that is the outcome of some of your faith. And you
Yes,
will continue to be with Him. Also, He says to me to tell you, let that love just come right out and show everybody. You're a little
yes.
shy sometimes.
I'm starting to cry, and I'm starting to cry when I know the truth is spoken. This to be so true.
You
Um,
are just to shine your light and not be afraid to do so. And
yes,
you are blessed, and He will bless you even greater. He sees who you are. He loves you very much. I'm getting a very warm feeling for you.
thank you. Yes, I know that, and I think I know your answer to the next question. Is there anything that I can do besides what I'm doing now to further? Uh,
Yes, He says, that's what He was saying. Let yourself shine. Let yourself shine. Let your love show on your face, in your body, and in your actions. Reach out, help others. You are someone of great love. And
yes,
that is the connection that you have with God, is that you just love Him, and that's why you don't talk about it as prayer. It's more of a friendship or a mother-father or a father-child interaction. And He loves that because it's a very mature way to connect with Him. And
yes.
continue to do that. You are growing and expanding.
I want to tell all the world about this.
Good.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, thank you. Let me
That
just
is,
check YouTube.
well, I
Sorry,
think that is all for me for today.
Okay, all right.
I'm hoping that people got the message that I was trying to declare. It is a time of declaration for the faith of God, for God to be recognized and fully understood in some ways. I'm sure you cannot fully understand him. He's far beyond fully being comprehended, but understand that he is a God of love and a God of understanding and a God that wants to be with you.
There are two questions that would be relevant for you if you would be willing to.
All right, if you want me to stay, I will stay.
Okay, just for these questions. Bernie's asking, can he ask about the seals of Revelation? Last time someone mentioned the seal of war, the second seal. Al is asking right after him, how can we skip these trials? And Medwali is asking any advice for World War III if it was to happen. So I think they're all
right. These are future things. The first seal has been unleashed, where actually people think that it is about the Antichrist, but it's really about the spread of the word of God and the way that he is working on the earth now. So the first seal has been unleashed. The second seal is about war, and that is yet to come. There is no world war at this time. There is a war, but it is not a world war. And we're trying to make it so that some of these seals do not have to be opened, but it looks like they are going to be, because the only way to stop them from being opened is if you bring positivity to the world, if you bring a greater love and understanding and hope to the world. There are many places in the world that feel hopeless, and we need to bring hope to those people. And there are few people reaching out to some of these people, and few people reaching out to people in these lands. So in order for the things not to happen, the second seal is war, the third seal is famine. And the third seal we don't want to happen, but it will happen if the second seal is open. Does that make sense to you? So if the seals go open the way their Revelation speaks of, then war will be next and famine will follow. But I do not want to see that. But it is a way to get the attention of the people so that they can understand God's power, because he can change. If you are in a war and if you are in famine, he can change that for you. Those that have faith, he can change. He will change the situation, and he will change the understanding, and he will change you. If you are suffering, he will change you. There are those that suffer, but they are changed because they love God.
Thank you. Beautiful. Very beautiful. And then one question that you can maybe answer is that dude is his name, is his username. He says, is God Jesus, as in, did God need an avatar to be on earth?
God does not need an avatar to be on earth, but sometimes it's good for him to have one so he can relate to the people better. Jesus was one of those avatars, Buddha, all these. You must understand that God has many facets to his personality, and he sent many deities here to relate to many different kinds of people. But it's all one God. It's all one understanding. Most of the religions of the earth are one God behind it all. Even the Hindu religion is one God, because these are just facets of his personality. And they say, oh, there's all these gods in Hinduism, and those are just the facets of his personality. The one God is still one. And so, yes, he uses those to get closer to his people. That's how he because he cannot open the sky and just speak to the world all the time, because if he did, his power is too great. He needs to send fragments of himself so that people can relate to him better. But the churches and religions are not relating to God in the fullness that he wants. They're using and manipulating the people and doing all kinds of things, but listen to the word of God. Know that God is speaking through me and through others that are strong in the faith. If you go to church and they're talking about the legislation or who to vote for, this is not the church you want to go to, because they are opinionated. God is not going to give opinions. He will not make a sermon about opinions. His word is true and pure. He will be speaking about love. That is his number one thing. Faith, forgiveness, happiness, healing. Things that will bring you into an understanding of the Spirit, not politics, not things that don't matter. God matters. Source matters. The words that he will speak through his people will matter. They will not be just anything, but you will know him by his Spirit.
Thank you very much for that. Now I think we've gone through the questions.
Very good. Very good. I will bring someone else.
Okay.
Yes?
Kat,
Is there someone else?
Kat now has a question.
Well, all right.
Go ahead, Kat. Sorry.
Yeah, thank you very much. The energy infusion, it's, I don't know, it's called DNA upgrades.
Yes.
So I've had 2 Lyran, one Arcturian, and one Fandorian.
Yes.
What is this, like a upgrade in DNA or just energy infusion?
No, it's upgrade in DNA as well, because what happens is this: if you get an infusion of other DNA, it works through the system and goes where it needs to go. If you need more spiritual energy, that Fendorian or Octorian will help you with your spiritual understanding. Some of it will increase your IQ, some of it will increase your vocabulary, some of it will increase how you feel toward the world, giving you greater understanding of love and kindness. These are different. You see, when you get an infusion of another species, they have certain characteristics in their species that you want for yourself, such as you may want a healthier body or stronger or limbs, or maybe you're balding and you want hair. So it depends on the choice of infusion that you pick. But God blesses all these infusions because he knows that eventually everyone will be in a perfect way with him in the heavens. And if people don't believe in aliens, that's all right. They don't have to believe in aliens, but they're going to be surprised when they come, because they are there, and they are friendly, most of them, not all of them, but it's just that there's another world out here that no one knows about. And yes, it does affect you. And those infusions should affect you in the ways that those species are affected by spirituality, by health, etc.
I heard when the aliens come, they will drink all of our beer.
All of your beer?
Yeah.
More power to them then.
So I've seen it at work. This energy infusion upgrade. Um, and
Yes.
I, I don't remember if I've had something before, but now it. I felt how it works and what's it doing, and I felt I'm very. I don't know. I'm grateful for that.
Yes.
It's working and it's amazing.
Yes, it's a good energy. Yes, there's energies attached to all these infusions. Absolutely. There's positive and beautiful energy attached to them, and they are to be used in a very positive way. So, yes, I'm grateful that you can use them.
So and because I understood actually how super soldier work. So you just put more infusions like this, and there you go.
Well, I'm not sure about all of that, but yes,
Well,
yes,
I'm talking about
there is,
qualities.
yes,
If
there
we,
are those qualities. Yes.
yeah, that's I understood how not how this energy work.
All right.
Um, is this permanent? The infusions are permanent?
Oh, yes.
Okay, the reason I'm asking is because yesterday I felt uh, anyway in the morning when I woke up, it felt like everything was shut down.
Well, there will be those days. Let
Uh
me
huh.
tell you why. Right now, the sun is giving out great bursts of energy and shutting down a lot of different things. But these things are all permanent and they will come back. There are certain things around about this uh, world that are going to affect you from day to day to day. And but you must overcome them and they will be coming back.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. I thought something happened, and I don't know. Uh,
Nope,
It was
just regular things of the world.
it was strange. Okay. Okay.
Yes. It will come back.
Good. I appreciate. Yeah. 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 I appreciate. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Okay, thank you. Let me just make sure, where are we? Okay, I think we have the questions now.
All right. I am going to go and bring someone else.
Okay, perfect. Thank you for being here, Archangel Michael.
Much love to all of you. I will be with you all. I am here briefly. I am Agatha. There is someone who called.
Greetings, that is me.
Greetings.
I am you and you are me, correct?
In some ways, correct.
So this is the first time I'm actually meeting you. So can you explain a little about you and how you became a Seraphim, how you became one of my Seraphim aspects?
Seraphim have been around since the beginning. God's first creations were seraphim. These are the protectors of eternity, the protectors of the universe, all the universes. Seraphims are gigantic and can change shape. But yes, we have been around many, 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 even more than you can imagine, zillions of years, I would say.
Now supposedly the beings around me said you look like a feline lyran or have a feline lyran face and you have like seraphim wings. Is that any at all accurate?
I cannot see myself, so I cannot tell
Oh,
you if that is accurate or not. I do
okay.
not have any mirrors out here to look into. So
Okay.
it is not that I know what I look like. I just exist.
Okay. And do you have any messages or messages on me about any topic in my life, since you probably would know about me in my life?
I have messages for you and many others.
Okay. What messages do you have for me?
healing is something that you must believe in. Healing is something that is part of what you must do and have.
Yes. Yes.
I want you to experience it, but you must be very positive in order to do so. I know that you can fall into depression easy, and that is not something that will be helpful to you. You must know that we are with you. You must know that we are working for you, and that the people that are working against you are very powerful.
I know.
And there are many powerful negativities working against many people to stop them from walking and seeing and all kinds of things. But they are going to overcome these things and do the work that God has for them no matter what. You have a great place with God. So, in a sense, you need to wake up into that place.
Yeah. All right.
All right. And others of you out there. Yes?
Thank you so much. I hope to incorporate you into my spiritual practice.
You already have.
I know. Thank you. All right. Bye.
All right. Any other questions?
Let me just check. I'm just, sorry, getting to the, Susan has a question. Go ahead, Susan.
Susan. You are muted.
I apologize. Thank you for coming. And I have a fractal of Archangel Metatron, who's a Seraphim as well. And so I'm just wondering if you can give me any information about my connection and how, just more about also just the essence of Seraphims or anything that perhaps we don't know about the Seraphims and how we can bring forth more of your essence, I guess, in our daily lives.
Seraphims are higher than the angels, higher than the archangels, higher than any other being other than God. And so, with Metatron being Seraphim, Archangel, and Creator being, he is a very high being. And yes, a fractal of his would be very essential in some missions. The Seraphim are guardians of the universe, guardians of eternity, guardians of heaven, if you want to call it that. But we here are to do many things in helpfulness. We are able to put down the negativity even faster than an archangel could. So in rare cases, we become involved with humanity, but it is apparent that we are more involved with humanity now than we have been for many, many centuries. Seraphim now are being called on daily, and we do respond. I do not know what you want me to tell you about myself. I am just here as a protector. I have the sword of justice, and so do all seraphims have swords of justice. But we are here to keep the peace. We are not to create war. We are not to create problems or catastrophes, but we are here to make peace with all.
Yeah, I feel that is somewhat a theme of in my life too. I also have an aspect of the Egyptian goddess Mat that has to do with balance and justice and being a peacekeeper of sorts. But and do you have any, I guess, message or guidance as far as my mission and what I'm here to do and express, utilizing, my, fractal of Metatron and other aspects that I hold?
You are already doing so, but let me tell you this. Whenever you are working in a positive way and moving forward, opportunities will come and open up to you so that you will have the opportunity to serve in a greater way. So as you move forward with God, he will open up opportunities for you so that you may move up into the realms of higher understanding and work. He will open these things up to those that are faithful, and open these things up to those that are praying or are part of him. And so opportunity, when you see the opportunities, take them. If they are opportunities to travel, if they are opportunities to help, if they are opportunities to show your light, these are the opportunities that are being given to you for your mission. Your mission is about love and about guidance and guiding others. Make sure you guide them correctly, for you will be responsible for those that you guide.
Thank you for that clarification. Yes, that definitely resonates. So much love to you.
But also, you will be responsible for yourself.
Yeah, I try to follow my heart and inner guidance in all ways, and I have had the experience where the right people, places, and things just cross my path at the right time. So much love.
Love to you as well and to all. Do you have a question?
I do.
There is a question in the room.
Go ahead. Thank you.
You were talking about protection, and you were talking about your role, the Seraphim. So when I call on protection, I always call God first, and then I call for the Archangel. Should I also call the Seraphim?
You can. There is the archangels are very powerful, but we are more powerful. We are larger and have greater energy than the archangels. But you can call all of the ones above. They will protect you. If you want to call us, yes, we are available. We do listen and we do respond. But yes, we are guardians of the universe. We are around the edges of the universe, of all universes, of all sacred places. Even on planets, there will be a seraphim in a sacred place. In Machu Picchu, at the pyramids, at Stonehenge, at Göbekli Tepe, at, yes, Chichen Itza, yes, Pumapunka, many of them, because they are protecting these sacred areas.
Is there a particular name that I need to call on, or just call the Seraphim?
You do not need a particular name. We know who we are.
Thank you.
Some were asking the same question. Any more questions? I believe that my time should be very short.
We do have more questions, but we can wait for the next. They weren't directed to anyone in particular.
All right.
But, yeah.
Very well. I will go now.
All right. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for calling. Be not afraid, we are friendly. We know the Spirit of God as well. We are Sasquatch. We do exist, but we have not really been seen much lately because we do not want to be on your world. It is too harsh. We have not been there for a couple years now.
It's too harsh in what way?
The energy's there. There are 5G and there are many different things in the air that do not work with us very well.
I see. Okay, well, welcome in any case. Do you go by a name?
I'm Sally.
Sally. Okay, well, there is someone here that has requested you. That's Susan. I'll just turn it over to her.
Hello, Sally. It's wonderful to connect with you again. I channeled you probably about a year ago. I would say it's been a while. And when I connect with your energy, you seem like a very wise medicine woman. And I just wanted to check in with you to see how your family, how your species is doing. And
we are doing very well, but we are not on Earth right now. We have left. Many
Okay.
of our kinds of species cannot really live in the 5G energy. And so that is why have left. It affects our brains. It gives us a very strong headaches. And so since we are of a higher vibration, our thought processes pick up on these energies very quickly. And so we have left the planet.
Okay. But I can still connect with you or
Yes, we are not really.
you. Okay.
Yes, we can still connect. We were not allowed to leave, but we got permission from the governments because we were having physical maladies.
Yeah, I know it's harsh for humans as well, the 5G energies. Is there any other information as that you're aware of as far as how Gaia is doing with these energies or with the other Earth changes going on?
They will be a challenge for Gaia. Yes, we see that there are many different energies on the planet, the microwaves and the different things that are affecting the planet atmosphere will be a challenge for Gaia, but it is not so at the moment as much. It will be more when about 2050. We predict 2050 will be very difficult.
Okay. And are you residing on a specific planet right now, or what type of activities are you involved in? Are you assisting humanity with their ascension process, or?
Always. We're in a ship. We're not going back to our home planet yet.
Okay, but we can call upon you for
Yes.
assistance from where you are.
Yes.
Or energetic assistance, I should say. All right. Wonderful. Much love. I see others have questions for you, so I will go, but it's lovely to connect with you again, and I will channel you soon.
Very well.
Okay, much love.
Okay, perfect. Sally, are you related to humans? Are you in some way related, or are you completely different?
We are not related to humans in any way. We are actually not at all. We are a different species altogether.
And you're not related to any of our mammals like apes
No.
or monkeys? No, nothing. That was a question I thought I'd throw that in quick. Okay, I'm gonna go with, let's see, who hasn't asked a question. We'll start with Bola and then we'll go back into the room. Go ahead, Bola.
Hi, hello, hi Sally.
Greetings.
Greetings. I wanted to know something about the characteristics that we lost as Homo sapiens when we were created that you have. I know the Sasquatch have certain characteristics that I'm wondering how, as Homo sapiens, we can possibly expand into these characteristics, if there are ways or strategies or tips that you could give to.
Well, each species has a different way of changing and moving forward. Your species is moving forward into a more a smaller, more compact being in the future at some point. We evolved from something quite different in a different place. Something like your orangutan, but not exactly. So, but in order to, we have been around for many millennia, and so we have gained wisdom and knowledge about the earth and many other things. But for your particular advancement, we are working for the advancement of human beings by giving information to the governments that is necessary for them to know about their people, and for helping some individuals with health issues with some understandings. But we cannot really change the evolution path that you are on.
Hmm. Yes, I understand what you're saying in terms of the kind of logical time or timeline. There are very
Yes.
different timelines. So there is no timeline where we are really evolved in a way that is highly intuitive. Because I do understand that the Sasquatch do have a lot of psychic, intuitive powers.
Yes.
And
You are
yeah,
you are on a timeline that is the main timeline. This timeline 1 is the main timeline, and most of you are on that timeline at the present time. And it is the timeline that will gain introspective with uh, telepathy and many things. You will learn to be very psychic in the near future, actually. The psychic elements of your beingness are waking up. It is something that you are calling on from God. It is something that you are calling on from within yourselves, waking up the different pieces and parts of yourself that you see as different than third density. You are calling on these things to wake up in your spirit, in your thought process, and they will do so.
and how can you help? Do we, how do we connect with you in order to facilitate this? If you
We
can
help
support, yeah.
We help with energy. We help with information. Some of you have spoken to us, and we have given you information on timelines, what time really is, how to travel in time, how to be with your planet in the best way, how to be grounded and reach into higher dimensions and different densities. We have already given much information about this, and you are using it, or at least some of you are at this point. Many of you will use more information from us in the future. We are guided to give you what you need for the moment, and that is the information of now. And actually, we want you to realize that everything you do is in the future, because a second away from now is the future, and you are moving into the future always. And so, as you are always moving into the future, you must see that you are always growing into the future. We want this to be something that you are aware of. Each second has its own meaning, its own understanding. And each second that you live, you grow into the future. And so, as we want you to see, the seconds are important.
And we can call on you in the seconds, in terms of that energy connection you've said.
Yes, a second can be very energetic.
What do you mean?
I mean that a second can change things.
Yes.
As you experience time in your own way, we do not experience it the same way, but we see that you count your seconds and your minutes and your hours and your months, days, and years, and all these things. So we're saying that you must understand that seconds are also important. Many take them for granted.
Indeed, indeed. Thank you. I got a lot out of that. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. We can move from one place to another in a second. So that is why we bring the thought that seconds are important, because seconds change things. And we don't have time like you have time, but we can change things instantaneously, which is one moment in the future.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to
Thank
move on. We have just 10 minutes left. So I want to we have 2 more questions from people who haven't asked questions yet. But just be aware, we only have about 10 minutes left. Lily Pet has the next question. Go ahead, Lily Pet.
Hello. My question is how when I'm on the phone, I don't like being on the phone because it hurts my head. My head starts hurting. So what do you I guess for all of us, how we do it? What can we do to protect ourselves from 5G or this technology?
There are you must believe that you can be protected. You must understand that you have the means to protect yourself from all things within you, because there's all manners of God creative energies within you. And so in this sense, you are able to use these God creative energies in the soul to protect yourself from anything, 5G, microwaves, even fire.
Okay. And last question. So did they also the mermaids? Do they leave the planet? Left the planet?
The mermaids that were on your planet did leave the planet because the waters were less clear and there was too much going on in the water. They were being disrupted constantly by different things in the water, and so they left about 2 years ago. And they are still monitoring the planet, and they will return. But at this point, many beings from other places have left your world due to what you would call pollution.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, thank you. That's all.
All right. Yana has said wants to skip her question, but we do have time, Yana, if you want to ask your question.
Angie has a question.
Okay. Okay, go ahead, Angie.
Okay, it was my question, but thank you. Angie alerted you. Thank you very much. So you mentioned that most of us are in the primary timeline. Some people feel like the timeline has recently changed. Are there some who have moved into a different timeline that towards the ascension? Or are you when you say many are in the prime, have many moved into another timeline? How is that working?
Yes.
Please?
If protection is needed for some people, they move to other timelines, and that is to protect you from what is happening in this timeline, because it's necessary for you to be preserved in a different way than others. So yes, some of you have moved into higher timelines because you needed protection. Some of you have moved into other timelines because you needed a spiritual boost. Others have stayed in the same timeline because this is where the greatest energy is for you. So yes, everyone will move back to the first timeline before what is it called? Ascension will happen in your realm. So if you are on another timeline at this moment, it is only temporary.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And again, I just want to ask Yana, does she want to ask her question?
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you. Oh, thank you for coming. I have just a curiosity question, if you allow me that. About your physical appearance. I saw a photograph that was discovered by accident about a being that is more like an ape-like kind of figure, twice the height of a human being, and it has five fingers, 5 toes on the feet. Is that
Yes, but there will be differences because our knees, our knees can go backwards and forwards, not just forwards.
Yeah, they stick out a bit of the
Yes, they protrude in a greater way because they are more agile, more we can have greater speed than most humans because we can run in a faster, more efficient way.
Yes.
Also, at our elbows, we have a connection that also helps the arms to move out this direction in a greater way as well. You have to understand we are from a planet that we need to protect ourselves from large beings or creatures. And they are not around as much, but when they are, we must be very quick to react.
So I don't know whether the eyes of the channel allow you, but does it somehow look like this?
That is close, yes.
Okay, thank you so much. That was what my question. Blessings to you and happy living on your lips.
We are with you and still supporting you in all ways, in positivity, of course.
Yes, thank you so much for that. Blessings. Bye.
Blessings.
Thank you so much. We are really at the end of our time. And so I want to thank you so very much for being here and sharing.
Yes, I will leave now.
Okay.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, how are you?
Good, I'm good. I need water.
Very nice webinar. Very nice beings came through. Seraphim, Archangels, Elijah, Sasquatch. I think that's it. Yeah, very nice.
Good.
Good.
Glad to hear it.
We had a lot of questions we couldn't get to, and hopefully we can get to them in the coming weeks when you come back in 2 weeks.
All right, very well.
Great. Okay, so why don't we have Angie do the announcement, and then we'll just close with a blessing. And is Will on or not? Maybe Will wants to do a blessing. I don't know if he can unmute, but he's still on. But okay, Angie, go ahead, do your announcement, and then we'll.
Thank you. We have our gathering scheduled next August 8th through August 12th, 2024. It's going to be in Canandaigua, New York at Ananda Park, and it is a gathering of oneness. The price on that is $695. If you're interested in or have any questions on that, email classes@hucolo.org. We've already had quite a response to that. I'm very, very thankful for that, to be able to be meeting some new people, and oneness and gathering is so important right now.
Right, and you will learn about your starseed families. Many of you will have starseed families, but also we may have Rob Gauthier coming. We know that Karen is coming, so wonderful. We're going to have a wonderful time.
Yay. All right, perfect. So I totally forgot.
Classes at hucolo.org.
Oh, say that again?
Classes@hucolo.org.
Thank you. All right, Susan's going to do the closing blessing. Go ahead, Susan. Do your closing.
All right. Tosia ki te koto hazia I kia hoto I kia sia tututu I tika koa kia sia I tua hi tia uko I sia tia kia sia uko hazia kita hi te koto I asikia kia sekoa hi tia koa sikitia kotoa. Namaste.
We resonate with your experience of spirituality and your expansion of your knowledge and beingness. We are with you to help you to rise, and we are with you to know that you are blessed. We see that God has taken a certain understanding with you, and we are all looking forward to a great abundance with you in the future. We praise and thank God for your existence, for you are unique among all beings. Be very blessed, and much love to you all. Okay.
Karen, you're muted.
You're muted.
I'm muted. Next week I'll be channeling, so first time in a while, so I just want to channel. And yeah, and then in 2 weeks we have Jim back. So
yes.
Until then, same bat time, I guess.
Same bad time, same bad channel.
Exactly.
Okay, very good.
Okay. Much love to everyone. Have a fantastic weekend, and we will see you all next week. And if you would like to, just for the people in the YouTube chat who were inquiring about how the questions are done, on the webinars where Jim is channeling, these are paid webinars, which means that you're guaranteed to have a chance to ask a question with Jim if you're in the paid webinar. If you're not and you're in YouTube, we will try to get your questions if there's room. If there's not, and the people in the Zoom are asking most of the questions, then we will take their questions as a priority. But that can all be easily remedied if you will become a member of Human Colony, and you can do that for the measly pittance of $10 a month, but that really helps us. And you can do that at hucolo.org, and you can go there and you can just join, and it's a monthly recurring fee, but you always have first access to Jim and some access to news and things that other people may not get to see. So much love to you, and please support Human Colony. It really does help us. So
much love to all of you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Blessings to you.
Blessings.
We're going to go to lunch.
Hey.